Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital edition. Let's get into it. Today is Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, you know what? I actually enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 7. Now, Mila is right at my feet, so you will probably hear her in the background. But y'all know how this goes. We see Anna and Holly. Holly's come over because she needs a job, and she is telling Anna, "Please help me, girl, get a job." And Anna said, "What for?" And she said, "Because I need a job to help Ethan. You know, he owes these people money. They're trying to take him out, but he's in Australia." Gambling, he's better at cards than me and his father, so he's there trying to gamble money, but then he would be owing another powerful person and they would seek revenge. So in order to stop that, he needs to get the money and pay someone off and not have to gamble again to put his life in danger. And she said, "So can you call the WSB?" And Anna says Frisco is no longer over it. And they everybody related to Frisco that had any kind of ties or connections, they're pretty much icing out. She said, Now I do still have a few connections and I'll try to reach out, but I don't know." So then they started talking about Robert, and she said, "Now, what you gonna do? Because Robert is the law. So what? How are you gonna fix this? What are you gonna do for all of this?" And she says, Robert and I have a history, and I just want to stay good so that I won't have to bend the rules and bend the law and everything." I don't know, child, but um, Holly, bye. So then Holly ends up leaving, and Anna receives a message. A messenger delivers an envelope for her. All right. So then we see Robert and Dante, and Robert is going around. "I want a warrant. Where's my warrant? Where's my warrant?" The judge has not signed off on this warrant. Robert wants to go to the Savoy because he saw Selena Wu talking to Holly. So now he wants to try to get a warrant so that he can search the Savoy and do all this stuff to try to figure out what Selena Wu is up to. Right? And Dante is like, "Oh, Robert, you acting." So then we see that Mac is all stressed. I need to talk to my brother. I don't understand." And I said, what is happening here? Why, like, y'all stressing me out being so stressed. And so Felicia said, "Mac, when Robert wants to talk, he'll talk to you." And so Diane comes up, and Mac asking Diane all these questions. "Haven't y'all been texting?" And she said about a case. She doesn't want to bring up the fact that her and Robert were trying to get in some type of romantic relationship. But Mac is oblivious to all of this. And Felicia trying to like drop hints and tell him. But he keep asking Diane these questions. She said, "Listen, I'm not your brother's keeper. I don't know where he is. You need to find out from him, or I don't know what to tell you. Good day." So then Felicia was like, "Mac, calm down. Robert will hit you up when he's ready, when he wants to talk. Stop worrying about him. What is the problem?" So then Dante calls Mac to let Mac know that Robert down at the station acting up, and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come down and check on it." And so Felicia's like, "All right, go on." So then Felicia and Diane talk, and they start talking about Holly. And Diane says, "Listen, I'm not competing over a man. Do I want to be with Robert? Would I like to have started some type of relationship or something with him? Yes. But as of right now, we had moved really, they hadn't really moved past anything but friends that liked each other." And so she said, "If I can't compete with the love of his life. He might like me, but that's the love of his life, and it is what it is. And he do stuff when it comes to Holly, and I'm not gonna do it." And so Anna understands all of. I mean, Anna, Felicia understands all this, but she is concerned about how would this relationship with Robert and Holly even work. Anna told her the same thing, how this relationship gonna work. But Holly is optimistic, and I don't know what Robert is, confused. So then we get down to the station, and Robert he had went to light a fire under the judge, and he says the judge won't sign off on the warrant. And he says, "Oh, so Dante, you went and told my little brother." And Dante's Robert, excuse me, Mac was, because Mac was there, and Mac says, "Listen, we got eyes and we're running an operation on the Savoy, and you not finna mess up our sting or whatever." I said, "What?" Because they trying to find out what Selena Wu is up to as well. And so they say, "You're not about to mess this all up for us. So what we need you to do is chill out." Robert said he can't do that, but he knows what exactly what he's gonna do. Now over here at the Savoy, we see Curtis and Miss Wu. Now Miss Wu telling Curtis, congratulations on everything that you've done, but do you really want to be tied down with the child? I said, what? His child is grown. She said, you would just be finding out that she's your child. You would want to get a relationship with her, but wasn't it being overseas, out on the seas and doing that high risk, dangerous business? Didn't that make you miss that lifestyle? And I'm sure the WSB probably wants you to do something with them. So right as she's saying that, the WSB calls, but he ignores it. He says, Selena, what you trying to do? She said that DNA test could go any way you want it to go. He said, first of all, how you know I'm doing a DNA test? She said, I have people that work in the lab, and it wasn't like it was the best kept secret. And he says, Selena, listen to me when I say this. And I said, what you saying, Curtis? He said, I'm telling her not to mess with this DNA testing. I said, Selena, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't mess with this testing. Why you want Curtis out of the way? Why you want Curtis out of the way, Selena? You know I like me some Selena Wu, so I don't even care. So Curtis tell her, don't mess with that testing, and then he walks out of his own club. And then Robert come in and he go up to Selena Wu and he like, what you got? What business do you have with Holly? And she said, I believe you need to ask Holly. And baby, Selena Wu strutted out of there. Y'all know her strut. She strutted on out of there. I said, you better do it. You better do it. So then we go over here, and Alexis is called on Laura. So she's at her home, right? So she goes and visits Laura, and she says, you wanted to talk to me. Well, we find out that Laura wants Alexis to offer Esme a job to get her to stay. Esme is ready to go, right? And Laura's like, where are you going? And she says, I'm does it matter? I no longer have the charges against me. Ace is safe and sound now, so I can go anywhere I want to, because living here and always having to watch my back because Spencer is always judging me and everything, it's hard. And so Laura says, I understand that, but what are you gonna do? You don't have a car, you don't have any money, you don't have a job. What you about to do? I said, what are you about to do? What are you about to do, Esme? And so she says, she doesn't know what she's going to do, but can she get access to her trust fund? And they said, no, you cannot get access to your trust fund because there's something about her past and stuff, and they don't think she should have access to it, right? So, she said, I called Alexis over here to see if we could work out a solution. So then Esme go and put the baby down, and when she comes back, Alexis offers her a job. It's a reception job. And Esme said, in Serene Falls. I said, what? What? Baby, I remember when I was in college. And you know how they used to do those work studies where you could get paid, like after you got done with your classes, you could go work for like a professor or something as a receptionist. Baby, that's all we wanted to do. We wanted to look cute in our little receptionist job and get our little paycheck every other week. And once we got our paycheck, we would go shopping while we were going to college and everything, and then we would go to the dorms and enjoy ourselves, and then go get dressed up and go out for the weekend. That's all we wanted to do, but we ain't had no children. Esme do got a baby, but like Alexis told her, I'm sorry, did you have a degree? Do you have work history? So what you complaining about? Yes, it's a receptionist job. And so Esme was like, is this just you put her up to this just so I could stay? So then Esme ends up leaving, and it's Laura and Alexis again, and she tells her, girl, I was worried for you staying here with Esme because we don't know what she's capable of. She might not be have her memories, but she could still have the same behavior. And Laura said, I was worried about you offering her the job the same way. So then Esme come back out, and she says, Esme comes back out, and when she comes back out, she tells Alexis, I'm gonna take you up on the job offer. And she says, okay, so this is what it offers. And she starts listing down stuff, and she said it offers daycare. And she said, oh my gosh, so I don't have to leave with my baby with Laura and Spencer. I said, okay, I can see you saying Spencer because you don't really trust him. But Laura, girl, I would be insulted if I was Laura. Listen, I'm providing roof and shelter to you and your baby, and you talking about I don't want to lay the baby with you. First of all, I can't watch your baby. I am busy being Laura, the mayor. I'm busy being the mayor. So whatever. So, anyways, Esme happy, she runs off, and Laura is talking to Laura gets a knock at the door, and it's a messenger. And so when the messenger comes, They're like, "What's that?" And she, before she could open up the little thing, Anna calls her. And when Anna calls her, she says, "Did you get the message about Victor's will reading?" And she was like, "Yeah, I just got one too." So then we go over here to Portia and Ava. So Portia and Ava are talking, and she wants Ava's help because she wants Trina to leave Spencer alone. I said, "Listen, Mama, I already told you that you're gonna lose your daughter Trina trying to get her to leave Spencer alone, baby. They want each other, like they like each other. They falling in love. It's puppy love and all that, but it's their sister. And you're gonna lose your daughter." And Ava tells her the same thing. She said, "I can't help you." She said, "Honestly, Spencer changing. He's trying to be a grown man about it. I know his father was bad." And she said his father has already taken hold. He had 18 years of bad parents. And I said, "Now, Portia, you might have been a good parent, but you didn't tell your child who her father was. So how is that not bad parenting?" I mean, it's not all the way bad parenting. You know what I'm saying? But it's not great parenting that she's 18, 19 years old and having to take a DNA test to find out who her father is. So like Portia's so judgmental to me. She's so judgmental to me all the time. But anyway, she does not want treating with Spencer, and Ava said, "All right, you're gonna lose your daughter. I'm gonna tell you this now. Learn from my mistakes, what I made. Don't lose your daughter." She said the best thing you could do is say, if you don't like Spencer, I get it, say nothing. But if you try to force Trina away, you're gonna make her fall harder, and you already got a strained relationship with her. You don't want to make this worse. And Portia, she kind of hears Ava. So then Ava got one of the envelopes too. So she'll be going to Victor's will reading, right? And so then we see Spencer and Trina. So Spencer and Trina are together, and Spencer and Trina are together, and she's nervous about the DNA testing, and she asks, telling the woman, "I've been here like an hour and something. Why? Like, what's up?" And the woman was like, it takes a while." And then Spencer said, "She said you said that 30 minutes ago. It'll be soon." And so Spencer come up, and he's like, "Her mom is a doctor here. You know, he name dropping or whatever." And the woman was like, "Let me see what I could do." And Trina said, "Spencer, don't do that. I want to get it done the right way." And he was like, "I just want to help or whatever." She said, "Okay." And then she lets him know, "Seeing you and Esme and Laura leave," he said, "it looked like a family." He said, "Let me tell you something. We are not a family." And what he wants to do is get rid of her so that he can make sure Ace is raised the right way. And then Trina is just like, we see that Esme loves Ace, and she just focused on him. And he says, "Oh my gosh, you're a genius." And she said, "What?" He said, "I need to find a way to get her to stop being so focused on Ace, because Esme ain't got nothing else going on, so she is focused on Ace like that." I remember when I had Mila, everybody was like, "Oh my God, is she your world? Is she this?" I said, "No, she is not." She is not. I'm not about to lose myself in her, because sister is going to college and she's going to have a life. Now, if she ever needs anything, you can always come home. But baby, I want to have a life again after you. And you know how some people get really depressed when their children leave for college, and even putting her in the school, people are like, "Oh my gosh, are you gonna cry?" No, I'm gonna enjoy those 3 hours by myself. I'm gonna go to the gym and maybe go out to take myself something to eat or something. I'm gonna enjoy that time. But anyways, it's not about me, Nikki. It's about General Hospital. So he's like, if I could just get her not to focus so much on Ace, then we could do something. And she was like, "Okay, I don't know. We're gonna see how that works." But he says, "But I'm sitting here talking about this, but what about Curtis?" And she said, "No matter what, even if Curtis proves to be my biological father, Taggart is Marcus is always my dad. Like, that's who raised me. That's my dad forever." And he said, "I understand." And so then Curtis comes to the lab, and he's talking to the nurse. He like, "Nobody can get into this DNA because now he concerned about Miss Wu changing some results." And she said, "No, it's secure." And Trina said, "Why all these questions?" Because the nurse asked him. And Trina said, "What's going on?" He's like, "I like to ask questions." And then they say something about my nose, and he says, "Maybe it runs in the family." I said, "No, child." So then we see Portia comes up, and she walks over to them, and it's Spencer, Trina, Portia, and Curtis. And they all say, "This is all about Trina." And she said, "Yeah, it's all about Trina." I said, "Because you ain't got no leg to stand on, ma'am." So you might as well say, "Yes, we're focused on Trina." Curtis don't want you no more. Even though Curtis worked this out with this girl. Spencer is in love with Trina. Trina's in love with Spencer. So you can't say anything about what is Spencer doing here because you're lucky to be here because Trina is still she likes you. Like she's warming up to Portia more, but she's still a little upset about you lying about who her dad was. And y'all, that was General Hospital today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Why is Taggart not there? Why is Taggart not there getting the DNA? Oh, child. Yeah, that's General Hospital. I mean, I know Curtis is getting one, so it's like, oh well, if Curtis is ruled out, it'll be Taggart. But still, like y'all bring Taggart in at the wrong times, and it doesn't be important when he come in and do his little scenes. But when he needs to be there, y'all can never get him there. Anyways, child, that was General Hospital today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for another episode of What Happened on the Soap General Hospital edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.